Michel. I'm from Monterrey, Mexico. I'm currently living in Rutland, Vermont. In Mexico, I had many different hobbies. For example, soccer and tennis, mostly soccer, but I also like being with my friends and hanging out with them, having fun. And in Mexico, I was ranked 398 in the whole country for my age group in tennis. And for soccer, I was also in the A team, although there were more kids that were like better. So most of the time, I was in the bench for like almost never started a game. But now that I come here, I have never sat on the bench at the start of a game. I've always started, and now I'm like considered one of the best in the state and one of the best in New England also. And in Mexico, well, exactly my city, Monterrey, it was a really big city, 3 million people living in it. So there was a lot of traffic, noise, there was a lot of trash smell, a lot of skyscrapers, buildings, and very big companies. There was also from really poor people to like middle class and all the way up to like billionaires. So it was really like distributed. So it was a really nice city to live in because there was also a lot of things that you have here in the US, like stores, food places and all that. We had there too because it was such a developed city and we lived like next to the border too. And also when I came here, like I had no friends. Then after like a while, maybe like 3 months, I got introduced to a lot of new people, and now I'm a lot better off, but I still miss all of my friends that I had in Mexico. The struggles of having new friends were the hobbies. For example, they like basketball, I like soccer, they like football, I like tennis, and all the other sports that we don't really play in Mexico, like baseball. And I didn't really like those, but I had to learn to like them, to be like with them and be more with them. And another thing was that they like didn't speak it was a really different language, so I had to like adapt and learn the language like clearly and fluently. And I'm still not that fluent. They know a lot more words than I do, so it's hard to like make friends with someone that can't speak the same language as you do. And also that sometimes some of them like exaggerate too much. They overreact over little stuff that in like Mexico they wouldn't like even care. They would just like let it go. And here they like, if you like steal a paper or like borrow a pencil without like asking them, they would like do a lot of things that like in Mexico it didn't even matter. No one cared about it. There wasn't really any struggles in learning a new language because when I was in Mexico, since I was 4, my parents put me into like an English school, so we had 7 hours of English and only 1 hour in Spanish. So it wasn't really that hard, although I learned new words and new phrases every day. When I hear like people talking on the streets or like school, and like teachers like help me sometimes with pronunciation and spelling errors. And it wasn't really that hard socializing or like talking to new friends because I already knew the language pretty much. And there was this kid from Spain last year, so he helped me meet people and like talk to people and what were their names and what they liked, because we both could talk Spanish between ourselves. And yeah, we could. He like introduced me to a lot of new people, so a lot of my friends I thank to like him because he helped me throughout that whole year, and I like socialize and have a lot of them now. The weather conditions in Mexico are really different than the ones here. For example, in Mexico, in my city, there were 5 months of like straight hotness where it was 80 degrees or more almost every single day. It rained very little and it was very dry during the summer, and there was times when it got up to like 112 degrees. So it is really hot compared to here. And when we got here, the first time we saw snow, Um, it was really exciting experience because we had never seen it before, and we played there with it like for an hour straight. So it was really fun, getting to see something that we had never seen before. Because in Mexico, it had only snowed one time, maybe two, for like 5 minutes, but it was almost like hail. It wasn't really that much snow, so it was really fun getting to see it for the first time. And also it was really hard adapting to the conditions here because, like I said, there was a lot of different different weathers, so it's too cold here for us, and we're still not done with adapting. In Mexico, it wasn't very safe, not even close to how safe it is here. We got, even with alarm systems, locked doors, everything in my house, we got robbed 2 times. And with that, even if you like have like a super alarm system, super expensive, we had a very expensive one, it doesn't matter. It like proves that even alarm systems can't save you, and it is really dangerous. And also in Mexico, I saw it, maybe like other people didn't see it, but the first time I saw people dealing with drugs out in public, it was really scary, and I just wanted to leave because I was in a stoplight and they were just like there standing like it was nothing, but really it was probably really scary for all of those who saw it. And also, it was like 2 years ago when I was still living in Mexico. My neighbor, she was just getting down of her car, and her husband had been inside of the house, and a bad guy came and pointed a gun at her and told her to get out of the car and give her her purse and all of that stuff. So when we were in our house, so we never saw it happen though, but the story was really like frightening. And also when here, you like never ever, that would have never happened. You can leave your doors unlocked, you can even leave the door open, nothing would ever happen. In Mexico, if you leave your car unlocked, it's stolen. If you leave your door unlocked, it's robbed. If you leave anything valuable out, it's gonna be stolen for sure. And also in my school in Mexico, one day we were just getting out of school, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and we heard gunshots. So out of our school, it was like we had a really big driveway, like to get to our school, private fenced in place. So we heard gunshots, and there was like bad guys and policemen fighting so that they didn't get in our school. So that was really scary too. And there are a lot of differences in food that you might find in Mexico and that you might find here. Like, for example, all the spicy stuff that we like eat a lot in Mexico, all kinds of it. And here, when you go to like shop and you get like, I don't know, jalapenos and all of those spices, they're not really that spicy. They're not what we were like looking for at first. They're just all sweet, and yeah, they're not really spicy, and they're not good, and they don't add much flavor to the food as we would like it. And in Mexico, we also like get tacos and quesadillas, like all the stereotypical stuff that like you guys know about. And here you like don't really find much of that. Only like Taco Bell, but the flavor's not even like close to it. And also all the, I don't know, here barbecue and all those like sauces that they make food too sweet. And in Mexico, we don't really go for sweet, we go for like spicy or salty. So it's not really what we were like used to. Overall, I have adapted to the American culture little by little. I've adapted to the weather, the snow, and all the coldness, and also I've made lots of new friends, and I'm every day speaking better English and more fluently. Hasta luego, paz y afuera, me llamo Andrés.